Every morning, millions of people squeeze a ribbon of toothpaste onto a toothbrush without giving it a second thought. It's one of those everyday routines that feels completely normal. But toothpaste actually has a surprisingly strange history. Long before minty gels and whitening formulas existed, people cleaned their teeth using crushed shells, charcoal, ashes, and even powdered animal bones. Some ancient recipes were so abrasive they probably damaged teeth more than they helped them. And somehow, over thousands of years, those rough mixtures evolved into the smooth, foamy toothpaste sitting in your bathroom today. So today, let's uncover: when did humans start using toothpaste? How did humans go from rubbing ash onto their teeth to using modern cavity-fighting toothpaste? And what exactly is toothpaste made of anyway? Let's dive into it, right here on History of Simple Things. Humans have cared about clean teeth for far longer than most people realize. Archaeologists found evidence that ancient civilizations were already trying to clean their teeth thousands of years ago. The problem was, they didn't exactly know what worked. The ancient Egyptians were among the first people known to make an early version of toothpaste around 5,000 years ago. Their recipe was more like a tooth-cleaning powder. Historians believe it contained crushed eggshells, ashes, powdered ox hooves, and pumice. Imagine brushing your teeth with something that felt like sandpaper. The Greeks and Romans later developed their own versions. Some mixtures included crushed oyster shells and charcoal for scrubbing stains away. Others even used powdered bones. Roman writers mentioned adding flavorings because the mixtures tasted terrible. And honestly, that's probably an understatement. In ancient China and India, people experimented with herbal ingredients. Some recipes use salt, ginseng, mint, or different plant extracts. These weren't just for cleaning, they were also meant to freshen breath and improve oral health. But despite all these attempts, people in ancient times still had major dental problems. Tooth decay, infections, and tooth loss were extremely common. Back then, there were no dentists, no fluoride, and definitely no whitening toothpaste promising 24-hour fresh breath. As history moved into the Middle Ages, dental hygiene didn't exactly improve. In many parts of Europe, people still used abrasive powders to clean their teeth. Some recipes became even stranger than before. One popular ingredient was burnt bread. People literally charred bread into black crumbs and rubbed it onto their teeth. Others used crushed brick salt or powdered herbs. Some wealthy individuals added spices like cinnamon or cloves to make the mixtures smell better. Toothbrushes were also primitive. Many people cleaned their teeth using rough cloths, sticks, or frayed twigs. In some cultures, chewing sticks made from certain plants were popular because they naturally cleaned teeth and freshened breath. But there was still one huge problem. Nobody truly understood what caused cavities. People thought toothaches came from toothworms living inside the teeth. Yes, actual worms. This belief lasted for centuries. Without proper dental knowledge, most toothpaste-like mixtures focused on scraping stains away rather than protecting teeth. Unfortunately, many of these powders were so abrasive they slowly wore down enamel. Still, these early experiments laid the foundation for modern toothpaste. Humans clearly understood one thing: clean teeth mattered. Everything started changing during the 1800s. Scientists began studying teeth more seriously, and toothpaste slowly evolved from rough powders into something closer to what we know today. Early commercial toothpaste first appeared in jars instead of tubes. These products often contained soap for foam, chalk for scrubbing, and flavoring oils like peppermint. The soap sounds strange now, but at the time people associated foam with cleanliness. In the 1890s, a dentist named Washington Sheffield introduced collapsible toothpaste tubes inspired by paint tubes used by artists. Before that, families often shared toothpaste jars, dipping brushes into the same container. The tube was cleaner, more convenient, and easier to use. And once toothpaste became easier to store and transport, its popularity exploded. Modern toothpaste changed dramatically in the 20th century with the discovery of fluoride. Scientists found that people who drank naturally fluoridated water had fewer cavities, leading researchers to discover that fluoride strengthens enamel and helps prevent tooth decay. Before fluoride, cavities were extremely common. But once fluoride toothpaste became popular in the mid-1900s, dental health improved worldwide. And through heavy advertising, toothpaste became more than just a cleaner. It became part of everyday health and beauty culture. Modern toothpaste may look simple, but it's actually a carefully engineered mix of ingredients working together. Abrasives like silica gently scrub away stains and food particles without damaging enamel. Fluoride helps strengthen teeth and prevent cavities. Humectants such as glycerin keep toothpaste moist and smooth, while detergents create the foamy texture people associate with brushing. Flavorings and sweeteners make toothpaste taste fresh, and binders help hold everything together inside the tube. In the end, toothpaste is designed to clean teeth, protect enamel, and stay fresh for months. Toothpaste might seem like an ordinary everyday product, but its history is surprisingly bizarre. Humans went from cleaning teeth with ashes, shells, charcoal, and burnt bread to using scientifically engineered formulas designed to fight cavities and protect enamel. So the next time you brush your teeth, think about this. You're participating in a routine that stretches back thousands of years. Thankfully, though, modern toothpaste tastes a lot better than crushed oyster shells and burnt bones. And honestly, that's probably something we can all appreciate. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.